Welcome to help on the test for Unit 7, as I am going to be going through a couple of the problems to help you in case you do need some assistance. In Part A, look at the clue of that you need to choose 4 of them to solve. It could be any of the 4. When you look at numbers, think about a number line. Okay, remember the furthest to the left on a number line, the smaller the answer is going to be. So if our line was here, 0 is here, the furthest to the left, the smaller the number. The more you go to the right, the larger the number is going to be. Taking a look down below at number 11, you're going to match up A with either this section, this section, this section, or the following section. So there are going to be 2 that are unanswered, so you need to connect a line to whatever you best feel matches. Clues would be underlining the key words of what they are trying to do. Looking at 12 through 17, you have to think about your order of operations. Remember, order of operations, PEMDAS. That should be a review. First, parentheses, then exponents, then looking at multiplication and division, then adding and subtracting. You may need to use nested parentheses, so parentheses inside parentheses. Taking a look at the next part, 16 through 25, it says that you need to choose 4 to do. Make sure that you're using the number lines or those credit and debit slips. Thinking about if you're adding 2 positives, you just add them together. If you're adding 2 negatives, you just add the 2 numbers together and keep it negative. If you are ever subtracting, remember whenever you see subtraction, it is adding the opposite. So an example for this one would be subtraction. If I had 3 minus 4, we always change it to addition. And since I changed the addition, I need to change the next number to the opposite of what it was. So now it's negative 4. The rule for adding a positive and a negative number say that we need to subtract. So 4 minus 3 is 1. And we keep the sign of the larger number. Negative 4 is larger, so negative 1. You may want to review those, what I just had spoke about to help you with 16 through 25. Taking a look down below, you want to use positive and negative counters to help you draw pictures. So remember, you just can be doing positives and negatives. You don't need to make any boxes, but just those motions to help you. Taking a look at page 34, it tells you that you need to do standard notation. Remember, standard notation is the way a number is typically wrote. So 356 is written in standard notation. Now it tells us that you need to do number and word. So I could say 356. I'm using both numbers and words. Taking a look at 35, how many kilometers did Jean travel in the first hour? Thinking about where is the first hour and maybe subtracting your numbers. How far did Jean travel in all for part B? So looking from the beginning all the way to the end. Number 36 is you are going to have to create a line graph. Make sure that you have a title up above. We have a subtitle on the side and a subtitle on the bottom. Make sure that we have increments that we are going up by that are equal. I am sure that you're going to do a great job if you listen to these hints and suggestions. If something doesn't make sense, make sure that you are looking at your word wall, looking at your notes, and then talking to Miss Swantak.